Bienvenidos a Esencias Sensuales. Am I on? Hello?
Wait, hello? Whoa. Hey! Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Dan.
Hey,
Dan, hey, great to hear from you, man. Wow. I
don't
didn't think we were going to be able to get the system on today, but wow, it's great to hear from you, Dan.
I tell you what, the system is up and we're firing on all cylinders right now. How are you doing,
Wow.
Mike?
Dan, I'm doing super
That's
duper.
fantastic. I tell you what,
Yeah.
I mean, did you get everything sorted out? You sound like you were having some problems
Dan,
the other day.
we had a couple issues today over here at the New York City offices, and thankfully we were able to get all that stuff ironed out pretty early in the day. And after that, we were just on production. Oh, we had such a great day, Dan. How are things going for you? Oh, that sound is hilarious. Here, I got a sound for you here.
I'm choking on my own. I just choked on my own saliva. Could you believe that?
I can't even believe it, Dan.
I was just there making that little plucky sound, and all of a sudden I got saliva running down into my lungs.
Oh gosh, I hope you have a sip of. You can get a sip of water over there. Wow.
I tell you what, the other day, you know what I did?
What, Dan? What in the world were you up to the other day, huh?
The other day I had to do a drug screening.
Really?
I'm not even joking. I don't even know what the results are.
Are you, Dan? Are you getting a job with the FBI?
Oh, the FBI.
Are you getting a job with the Secret Service?
No, that's rich. That's rich, Mike.
Dan, are you going to be a CEO of a major Fortune 500 company or something? I feel like why else would you get a drug test unless you're getting a really important job for some really important company or administrative service?
I tell you what, Mike. I mean, that's a great question. I get that question all the time. I get that question all the time.
I just can't believe how funny this conversation is right now.
Can you believe it? I actually did a real drug screening.
Oh, I
Mike,
don't mean to laugh over what you're saying. I just can't believe how funny that is.
I mean, it is hilarious. I had to pee in a cup.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
I actually had to pee in a cup, and then I had to lock up all of the things in my pockets so that the guy doing the test could make sure I wasn't bringing in some other suspicious urine.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. Imagine someone bringing in someone else's urine.
Suspicious urine. Can you believe it?
Suspicious urine.
They had a
you could
locker.
have brought it in your shoe, I suppose.
I guess I could have had it anywhere.
That's so funny.
And they put some sort of blue something or other in the water in the toilet, so I wouldn't scoop any of that up.
They think you're going to be sloshing in some of that toilet water into your cup.
Wow. Or who even knows what? Maybe people drink it. Oh, could you believe it? Maybe people are out there drinking that water, and that's just a deterrent.
You'd think they would reserve those, drug tests for someone doing some kind of really important work where it would matter, like maybe someone who's like operating heavy equipment or being a professional pilot for an airline or something like that.
Oh, right. Maybe like
a boat or something. I don't know.
Like a surgeon or like a brain surgeon. You don't want him on meth when he's digging around in your brain with like a toothpick and a scalpel or whatever the hell they use.
Nurse, can you get the bigger tooth? Can you get the
Can you get the spoon?
Get the hatchet, Nurse Hatchet.
Never mind. Hey, nurse, call that off. I'm just going to use my fingers.
Hey, nurse, call that off. I'm just gonna use my mouth. I'm just gonna chew through this guy's skull, and we're gonna perform this surgery here with my mouth. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Now that's funny. Now that's funny.
Now that's funny.
Yeah, now
it's funny.
Oh,
that's funny stuff.
That is really something. And then on my way out, can you believe it? Some old lady wanted me to help her with paying her ticket in the parking garage, and I helped her.
Now, did she want money? Was she asking for money, Dan?
She wasn't asking for money, although I think she was eyeing me up.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, every day is the same thing. All these ladies eyeing you up.
I tell you. Oh, geez. I'm curious what's going to happen with that drug screening. I mean, I went to a wild party the night before. I wasn't even thinking about the drug screening.
Oh, my gosh. Look at you. You were having the time of your life the night before.
I mean,
who knows what kind of stuff you were taking, right? Those drinks could have been... Who knows what was in those drinks, huh?
I don't know.
Those were some kind of crinkly cigarettes, huh?
I mean, I don't even know. There were bowls of pills. There were girls... you know what? Who knows? I don't even really care.
Who cares? You're not going to be flying a plane, right?
I don't know.
Wow. You know, it'd be amazing if they asked you to fly a plane.
I mean, I'd give it a shot, right? Try anything once. Just try anything once. Sure, I'll fly this plane.
That's a great attitude to have, Dan. You know, that's one thing I've always admired about you. You always have the great attitude, you know? Try something new, right? Huh?
Right.
Fly a plane.
Yeah, can you just imagine me behind I've got the controls of the plane.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain.
We've just reached 35,000 feet cruising altitude, and I'm your captain.
Captain Dan.
And guess what? I'm jumping out. So I hope someone else here can fly the plane, because the co-pilot, my brother Mike, is going to jump out too. We're flying the plane together.
But we're not going to be flying this plane much longer. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
This plane's going down, everybody. It's been great being your pilot.
Parachutes up here in the cockpit, and I hope you brought your parachute along with you in your carry-on luggage, because this plane's going down, and it's going down fast.
You know, I just thought of it. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Dan.
I just thought of a great idea for like a one-panel comic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like in the newspaper,
yeah.
Remember those?
Oh, remember when there were Far Side comics?
Exactly. Like somebody's got it listen.
Family Circus? Dan, you remember Family Circus?
Oh, gosh, Family Circus. Those
God.
guys were so zany. They were so zany. Anyway, listen, let me tell you my joke. It just came to me, the whole thing about the carry-on luggage. Can you imagine somebody getting on a plane and they've got like a dead cow? And he says, "This is my carry-on luggage." You know, carry-on, like dead meat.
Oh, carry-on. Never thought of that. Dan. Dan.
Hey, we're your captains. We're your captains here. This is Captain Dan and Captain Mike. Sit back and relax. We're cruising at 35,000 feet. We're jumping out.
We're jumping out, and we're going to have a great ride down, but, you know, we're not going to be in the plane that's going to be crashing.
Hold on to your seats, everybody.
Hold on to your seats. Don't forget to buckle up. Captains are boarding the plane. Captains are leaving the plane. So
the captains have left the building.
But don't forget to buckle up. This is a no-smoking flight, and if you have any questions, just, please refer to your... There should be some pamphlets that show flight, how to leave the plane in case of emergency.
But don't worry,
right?
You'll get all your answers questioned on the way... what am I talking about? Get all your answers questioned? Oh, my God.
Answered on all your answers questioned.
On the way down. And we'll be down soon, folks. See you later. Sayonara, signing off, Captain Dan and Mike.
Oh! What kind of answer was that?
I don't know. Gee whiz, I wonder what's going to happen with the drug testing.
I'm questioning your answer. What kind of answer was that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And I tell you what, when I was waiting there to do the drug testing, Mike, you're never going to believe this. There was a young man, really strapping young man, tall guy.
Okay.
And he must have been in there for drug testing too, just like me.
Just like you.
We were
how
sitting
about
in
that?
How about that? And we were just waiting in the waiting room, just sitting there. And he went on his phone and recorded, I think, what was a TikTok right there in the waiting room. And
right
he was
there
just
in front of everybody.
Just right there in front of everybody.
No shame.
No shame. He babbled out something that I think was English. I have no idea. And then he made some hand gestures and put his phone away. What the fuck?
You know, Dan, sometimes when you tell me these stories, I just think to myself, why even leave home these days? You know, it's just better to stay in the office. Don't even go home.
I tell you
just
what,
stay at the office, and honestly, that's what I'm trying to do here in New York City. I stay here at the studio, I stay at the office, and I don't even go back to my apartment because, you know, I don't want to have to deal with these TikTokers out there. I don't want to have to deal with these old ladies. I don't want to have to deal with these drug screening tests.
I know.
I don't want to have to deal with people that don't know how to use a parking meter or a parking lot pay system.
I know.
You know, I'm just going to stay here, and I'm just going to have my food delivered to me, and, you know, and that's what I'm doing, okay?
You know, we ought to really change it from agoraphobia to agoraphilia. Now, wait a minute. That doesn't even make sense.
That's okay, Dan. It doesn't have to make sense.
Because you know what? This plane is going down.
This plane's going down, everybody. Enjoy the ride.
Going down, everybody. So, you know, enjoy it while you can. Because, you know, this plane is going down.
It's going down.
But I can almost guarantee you're not even going to feel a thing. It's all going to happen all at once, and then lights
it's gonna
out.
Be in a blink of an eye. You know,
Lights
you're not
out.
going to feel anything.
Lights out, everybody. Lights out.
Lights out. You know what?
Lights out.
Oh, I tell you, you're such a clown. You're such a clown, Mike.
You know what? I feel like a clown. You know what? I feel like a clown even more when I put my clown outfit on and my clown makeup and my little red clown nose and my clown shoes and my big clown gloves. And then I start to really feel like a clown with my red and white and yellow spotted clown outfit and my big clown wig and my clown hat. And I have my little clown cane that I used to limp along. And that's when I really start to feel like a clown. And then when I start to I start to make those balloons, those long, skinny balloons, and I start to fold them into little poodles, and I start to fold them into hats. And that's when I start to fold the balloons into things. That's when I really start to feel like a clown. I don't know about you. When do you start to feel like a clown? Dan, huh?
I tell you, I mean, I appreciate everything you're saying, Mike, and that's such a great delivery on how you said it. But all we got to do now is just go outside and participate in life, and you feel like a clown no matter what you're doing because everything's so foolish.
I feel like every day when I look at the news, I'm asked to be more of a clown, you know, just be more of an idiot. If I could just be more of an idiot, I feel like I'd make more friends, and I could get along with other people because I would be such a fucking idiot. Then I would really start to get along with people more. You know what I'm saying, Dan? I feel like if I could just go out there in the world and just smile and just look at people in the eye and just be so stupid on the inside that I would believe everything that I heard on the news, then I would start to really get along. You know, do you ever feel like that, Dan?
I feel like that all the time. I feel like that all the time. And I tell you what, we're more than halfway there to being idiots. Just listen to us. What are we doing right now? I don't even understand what we're doing.
I don't even understand.
And we've made so many friends. We've made so many friends.
This plane's going down, ladies and gentlemen. This plane is going to be crashing anytime now. I think probably within the next 17 minutes, this plane will be crashed.
At least, maybe even less. Now, I tell you, I just want to get a little more serious here, Mike. I mean,
if you think about it, the whole plane going down thing is really a metaphor for what's happening.
You know what, Dan? We got to bring this. We got to bring this in.
Let's just dial it back a little bit.
Let's dial it back a little bit and get this conversation really sort of to the heart of the matter, Dan.
I think the heart of the matter is that we all feel a little bit like clowns, and the plane really is going down. But what can we do? Can we just ride it down, or are we going to try to jump out? Or are we going to try to save the plane in some way, shape, or form? How can we save the plane, Mike? What are your thoughts on saving the plane?
I don't know if we're going to be able to save this plane, Dan. You know,
this plane's going down. And even if we were the best pilots in the whole world, the most dedicated, the most patriotic pilots that ever lived, the most capable of dealing with on-flight issues, with problematic things that could happen with the plane, like the engines going out, or
the coffee's not hot.
Coffee's not hot, or The stewardesses
Overweight. They're overweight stewardesses.
overweight or on her period or
Oh, can you imagine that? Can you just imagine her trampling around with the blood leaking down on her, like dripping on the floor and just making a mess, and the odor, and it's unsightly, it's unsanitary, and the plane's still going down. What do we do? I just want to pick your brain. I just want to pick your
Well,
brain.
Dan, even if we were the most capable of pilots and the plane was going down and we knew all of the procedures and possibilities for...
I mean, it's really like everybody's just got their peanuts, but you're the last one in the last seat, and they just didn't have enough
we've
peanuts
got all
you.
of the peanuts, and no one on the plane has a peanut allergy. Everyone said, you know what, I'll have the peanuts today.
Except you. You're the last one in the last row
You're
in
the
the last
last one.
seat. But
You know what, they
I'm sorry,
didn't
we ran
have...
out. We ran out of peanuts.
We weren't expecting everyone was going to have the peanuts. We were expecting some people to ask for the pretzels because it's usually about 50-50. But today everyone asked for the peanuts, and we actually ran out of peanuts. And all we had was pretzels.
now we only have 15 more minutes. I can get you some pretzels, but the plane's going down anyway. Would you like pretzels?
Which is like, we have a lot of pretzels. I can give you, actually, you know what? I can give you all of the pretzels.
I'll give you all the pretzels. Just give me 5 minutes to wipe the blood off my leg.
I have a whole big box of pretzels, and would you like maybe a cocktail, maybe a martini or Manhattan or something? Just because I feel like I should be making up to you the fact that you didn't get any peanuts, and even though you're all the way back here at the back of the plane in the cheap seats in the coach
And
section,
it doesn't mean that you're cheap, although we know that you are cheap and you can't
clearly
afford anything
I
better.
can see by the clothes you're wearing and your demeanor that you're not a very high class person.
Exactly. And everybody's judging you quietly because
and that's okay, because that's what we're all doing anyway.
But we're all going to die on this plane together. We're all going to die.
It's going to be beautiful. Well, except for Mike and Dan, because they're jumping out and they have parachutes, and they knew the plane was going to go down. But
It's going down. It's going down.
Everyone else on the plane probably is going to die. Although there may be some survivors, we don't know. But
We don't know who's going to survive. And, it doesn't even really matter how much money you've made, how many people you've slept with, how important you are. You might survive, you might not. Would you like pretzels?
Maybe the people in the middle of the plane will survive. I don't know. I feel like I don't really understand what happens in plane crashes. I feel like the people in the front of the plane probably are screwed, because if
But you paid extra for those seats, right? Sure did. You paid $5,000 for the seat.
You paid a lot extra for those first class seats,
and you're the first to die. Oh, jeez. I tell you.
You know what was really exciting about that joke? When I laughed like that, I had a back spasm.
Oh my God!
I'm not even kidding. I had a real back spasm. It hurt like hell.
Dan, wow, you know what? I thought we had that all worked out here before the show, Dan. But I guess I was wrong again.
No, I have a degenerated disc. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, jeez. I guess we all have some degenerated discs of some degree or another at this age.
Wait a minute, Mike. Does that make me a degenerate?
I don't know. I guess it does.
I'm sure.
I guess I'm already an asshole. Why not be a degenerate too?
Hey, why not? Join the club. Join the club. Welcome.
Hi, welcome. You're a degenerate. You're an asshole. You're a fuckface. You're an idiot. Come on and join the party. Woo!
Join the party.
Woo! This plane's going down.
Plane's going down. Wow. But Dan, you know what? Maybe we should just dial it back a little bit.
Let's
just
realize that there's people's lives are on the line here, Dan.
Well, I guess no matter what we do, our lives are always on the line.
We got to take that seriously, Dan.
I'm
We've
taking
got a
this
really
entire
serious job. We've got to, we got to take our job seriously, Dan, here, as the pilots of the plane. I don't feel like we've been taking it as seriously as we should have been. Yeah. So, I think we just need to...
It's going down, everybody. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. By the way, this isn't a smoking flight, but if you do happen to have any cigarettes or cigars, feel free to light up at this point.
Just go ahead and light those up.
We're turning off the no smoking sign, and because, and if you have any cigarettes, feel free to pass them out to anyone else in the plane.
Oh, excuse me. I've never tried a cigarette before. I'd like to try that right now.
Oh. Well, I happen to have a pack of cigarettes. You want to try one?
Now, does this give you instant lung cancer, or is it a slow, painful, miserable death?
Well, it's not even painful. That's the thing. It's only painful at the end. You can go 20, 30, 40 years, almost a lifetime sometimes, and experience no discomfort.
Oh, so what you're saying is that it's pleasurable, and you look cool, and it only takes you decades to kill you.
My God,
that's amazing. What are the drawbacks?
You look
really?
like a movie star. You look like a movie star.
I mean, I basically am a movie star now. I'm going to enjoy my movie star status for the next 10 minutes until this plane goes down.
You know, Dan, you know what, Dan? You know what? You deserve it. You deserve that status. Enjoy that smoke. You know, enjoy that smooth, that smooth, full tobacco flavor.
Oh, that is incredible. You know what I'm going to do?
Isn't that amazing? It's so smooth. These are the smoothest cigarettes you've probably ever had.
I'm just going to go ahead and take one long, luxurious drag on this.
Enjoy, and you know what? Enjoy that.
It's like a combination of focus and relaxation. That is
it's focus, and it's relaxation. It's like it's kind of the best of both worlds there, huh? That little nicotine high, that smooth tobacco flavor,
that smooth,
rich,
crisp, bold tobacco flavor. I kind of don't even mind that the plane's going down. You know,
you know what? I don't even mind. It's funny you say that, Dan, because you know after that smoke. You know, that long draw on the cigarette, I don't even mind either. I'm actually kind of okay with it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like my meal has settled a bit, you know? I kind of feel like my meal is settled, like I'm going to go down comfortable. I'm going to go down comfortably. I'm looking good. I'm looking cool. I don't even mind.
Dan, you usually look pretty cool, but now you look even cooler.
Now that's really saying something.
I mean, you look sharp in that pilot's uniform, Dan.
Oh,
I got to say, you look sharp in that pilot.
I tell you, it sure fits me better than it fit the actual pilot. Wow. And he was not wanting to let go of that uniform, I tell you. He put up a fight.
That. You know, good thing I brought that little hammer in my bag, because I don't know how we would have dealt with that guy otherwise besides to bash his head in.
I mean, one blow to the head and he went down like a sack of potatoes.
You know what? You wouldn't think a 12-ounce hammer would be such a deadly weapon, but I think it's even more deadly than a knife or something.
I mean, it's got that penetrating power.
One crack to the skull and it's lights out.
Lights out,
my friend.
Boy, am I glad we did this today. Boy, am I so glad we did this today.
Man, what a day!
You know, it was just a day. It was just a day for a hijacking.
I mean,
and.
it
was just a day for a hijack. I feel like
brilliant.
Today was the perfect day. It was the perfect day. The weather, the sun was out. You know, I got up early in the morning and I gave you the call. I said, Dan, you know what? I think today's the day.
And I said, you bet it is. I mean, the other day I'm doing a drug screening in some random medical center, and now I'm an actual pilot with a cigarette in his mouth.
Look at you, professional
look at
pilot.
You.
Look at me. I think this uniform fits pretty good.
I think it fits. You know, I just got to say this. That's the best I've ever seen you looking. You have never looked better.
You've
never looked better.
Dan, I appreciate that. I appreciate your candor, and I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you. Yes, of course. I'm happy to give it to you.
Honest guy, and I you know what? Sometimes I feel like I can't take a compliment, but today, given the situation, you know what? Bring on the compliments.
You got it. You know, you're funny.
I appreciate
You're smart. You look good. You're talented. Boy, can you play that guitar.
Oh, come on.
And you know, you're pretty handy with those tools, I got to say.
Oh, shucks.
And you know what? You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
You know what? Right back at you, Dan. Right back at you. That's all I got to say. Right back at you.
Hey, you know, what are we gonna do? We're going down.
We're going down. The plane's going down. We don't really have an option here, ladies and gentlemen. The plane is going down, and we're gonna have a great time while it's going down.
And you know what?
Actually, we're gonna continue to have a great time after the plane goes down because we have parachutes. But most of you will.
You're all dead. Basically, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead. But listen, before you go out, I just want to say that you're the best-looking group of passengers I've ever seen as a pilot.
You know what? When I was saying hi to everyone as they were coming in, I just couldn't believe what an attractive, intelligent, and polite and punctual group of people.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, the couples, the people with small children.
Those children were beautiful. Such kind children too.
The elderly women that just looked so striking and wise,
graceful,
and the business people that just looked so professional and competent. And
I almost think it might be a shame to let them all go.
Well,
but what
it is. I feel like let's bring this one.
It's
out of
our hands. It's out of our hands.
It's out of our hands.
It's out of our hands. Well, I think it's time that we what do we do? Kick open the window and hang on, get your parachute on.
We're gonna. I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get the parachutes on, and then we're gonna open the emergency. We're gonna open the door at altitude, and then that's gonna kind of depressurize the cabin, so we'll be sucked out into the jet stream, obviously, but we'll have parachutes, so we'll probably, I think, descend maybe to about 15,000 feet before we open the parachutes.
That sounds like a good, nice round number to jump out at.
Yeah, somewhere between 15 and 10,000 feet, so we're going to have to wait a couple. I don't really remember how long you're supposed to wait, but we're going to look that up before we leave.
I kind of feel like just winging it. I mean, we're doing so well.
We can just wing it. You know what? We're going to wing it. That's what we're going to do, Dan. I feel like we're going to we're going to be hopefully we're going to retain consciousness as we get sucked out into the jet stream and the very low oxygen levels that are out there at this altitude. I'm not sure if we're really going to retain consciousness, and we may get frostbite. But that's that's
a small price to pay for living your life.
Right? Par for the course. It's a little frostbite. You know what? You lose a fingertip, a little bit of your nose. They can fix all that stuff.
We'll fix that.
We'll fix that in post, right?
I think we could just fix it in post.
Jimmy, can we fix it in post? Yeah, Jimmy. He's nodding. He's nodding. He's giving us.
Yeah. Just to edit that out.
No big deal.
Just edit that out.
All right. Great. So I'm ready to do this. I mean, we'll just what does the altimeter say? We're coming
35. That we're still on 35,000 feet. Everybody, I
want to give a shout out to our plane audience here for listening to.
You're
our
such
show
a lovely audience.
You guys have been so attentive.
It's been an honor.
It's really been an honor to bring you guys into kind of the inner circle today.
Well, I feel like they're family now.
I feel as though they are family. It's everybody on this plane is really, in the past few minutes, has really kind of just become the inner circle here at Sensual Essences. Really, kind of the crew. The crew that we're going to count on. Anybody that survives the plane crash, please reach out to us. What is the email, Dan?
sensualessences2000@gmail.com.
And we
one more time. Hold on. What? sensualessences2000@gmail.com. If you survive the crash, by all means, hit us up.
Please send us an email and say, hey, you know what? I was on the plane and I survived the crash, and I just wanted to reach out and say thank you. And next time you guys are piloting a plane, please send me an email and I'll try to be on the plane.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Amazing. I know. I just feel like we've connected with the passengers here today, and they've just been such an attentive audience, so listening, kind of just hanging on every word. Maybe they were hoping we would say, this is a joke. Maybe they were hoping they would say...
now, let's just dial it back a little bit now.
It's not a joke. We were going to be landing the plane. We were going to try to land the plane today.
I mean, the plane is going to land. Guaranteed it's going to land.
It's going to find its way home.
It'll find its way down.
It's going to find its way down, and wherever it lands...
It could be in water.
It could be water.
A mountain.
I mean, yeah.
A field. A city. I don't know. Where are we?
I think we're somewhere over Nevada, so I think it's going to be...
in the desert. Mountains or deserts?
Mountains are... It's either going to be flat or it's going to be a mountain range.
I'm a little disappointed because I really get a kick out of...
Hey, you know what? It may even be a salt lake.
Now, listen, I'm a little disappointed. Hang on. Now, listen, Mike.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the fun the kids would have if they got to pull out those inflatable rubber rafts? I'm a little disappointed.
Well, I hope I hope the plane lands at least in a flat part, so maybe it doesn't all blow up. and people can get out, and most people survive, and then they can use those.
Just go to Las Vegas.
And then, hey, you know what? Maybe you're just going to spend the afternoon in Las Vegas.
Can you imagine that? Bring the family, have a wonderful meal, catch one of those Vegas shows. I hear they're spectacular.
Oh, Cirque du Soleil or
Penn and Teller.
I don't even. Penn and Teller are out there. They're having a great time. And you know what? Maybe we should go. After we land safely with our parachutes, Dan, why don't we just go down to Las Vegas and have ourselves, just a couple days out there, just kind of kicking back.
Why not?
Poolside, having a couple margaritas here and there.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Maybe going out to like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Oh, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Now that's a great meal for the entire family. That's actually one of our sponsors.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to mention Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
I mean, it's great for a first date. It's great to bring your family. Even just go with your buddies and have a choice beef-fed beef.
Beef-fed beef.
Grass-fed beef-fed beef.
These cats have been fed beef. These cats have turned carnivorous and are now eating beef.
Ruth's Chris. Take your family now.
These cattle have only been fed the finest dry-aged Wagyu beef. But they're not Wagyu. These are Angus.
Now, I hope if you're anything like me, you're picturing those cow teeth just biting down onto a piece of bloody steak.
Nice rare steak.
Rare, bloody, juicy, prime, grade A beef.
You know what, Dan? I just, my mouth is watering here thinking about just kind of sitting at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in the back room, you and me having a couple single malt Scotch whiskey.
Oh man, cigar,
and a cigar and some prime rib steak, and just kind of kicking back and enjoying life.
And all of the blessings that life has given us.
Blessings. And what would really. The icing on the cake right there would just be to get a couple emails from some of the survivors from the plane crash.
If you survive, Sensual Essences 2000 at gmail.com will send you coupons for Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Ruth's Chris, 100% premium grass-fed beef-fed beef.
You know what? I don't know how we're going to work this out, and I hate to make random promises here on the show, but if anyone does send us an email, we're going to try to make that happen.
I'd love to make that happen. Even if they aren't a sponsor, I would make that happen.
We're going to make that happen.
I would be willing to chip in.
An email. You know what? I'll chip in too, Dan.
I'll chip in for at least $10.
Hey, it's about 4:30 now, so why don't we let me see if we can make reservations for 6:30 at Ruth's Chris.
I tell you what, I'm punching it in right now. I've got the Ruth's Chris app. And I'm making reservations.
Ruth Chris at Las Vegas, and we're gonna have ourselves a parachute ride right into Las Vegas.
Fantastic. Look, Mike, it's been fantastic talking with you and having such a great time on this plane.
Yeah.
If anybody makes it, just feel free to join us at Ruth's Chris Las Vegas.
What? We're going to be down at Ruth's Chris 6:30 tonight. So if you happen to be in the area, feel free to send us an email. Dan, what was that email again?
Sensual Essences 2000 at gmail.com.
Amazing. Wow.
Fantastic. All right, let's land this bird and go get ourselves some real 100% grass-fed beef-fed beef at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Hey, Dan, you know what? Before we go, just make sure I'm going to check your parachute, and if you want to do me a favor and just make sure mine's all buckled in the right way. And
you're looking good, buddy. You're ready to jump.
Thanks. Well, it looks like we're ready to go. So until the next show, everybody.
Geronimo, everybody. Geronimo.